Hi, I'm Jenise Jensen, the Administrative Manager for the Recreation Department, and this is the time of year it gets even more exciting than normal at the Rec Center, and that's because we have the athletes from many countries and teams that are all training for the Dew Tour and other World Cup events. Today we got a chance to talk to members of the U.S. free skiing and snowboarding team, so check out what they had to say as they get ready for the Dew Tour and other World Cup events this season. I'm here with Michael Naperalsky, the head strength and conditioning coach for the U.S. Ski and Snowboard Association. Welcome to the Breckenridge Rec Center.
Thank you, Jenise.
We're super excited to have you and your athletes here. Tell me a little bit about what's going on right now this time of year, what they're doing on the mountain and off the mountain.
Well, you know, we're super excited to be here too. With the start of the winter, with all the snow coming, this is when all their competitions kick off. For those in the area, the Copper Grand Prix, the Halfpipe Grand Prix was last weekend. Now the athletes are ramping up for the Dew Tour Mountain Championships this week. And for them, it's the start of a competition year. It's like any other sport. They go out and they compete, but their season is 5 or 6 months long. We need them to stay fit. We need them to stay strong all season long. They're skiing 4, 5, 6 days a week. So we still need them to go find a gym and find a good place to work out. We have an exceptional facility in Park City where we can train all of our skiers and snowboarders all summer. But then when they go on the road, we have to try to find a good place for them to work out. And it can be anything from a gym strength session to a cardio conditioning session to a lot of recovery. Finding a good pool is really great. So for the athletes right now, they're skiing on the slope course and skiing in the half pipe. And then in the afternoons when they're off the mountain, they head to the Breckenridge Rec to work on recovery, work on strength, work on whatever they need to work on.
Yeah, it's been really great. We got to watch you working with some of your athletes last week, and those folks, they are working hard. You know, some of our staff went in the background, and we were trying to do the little exercises, and you know, they are not easy. Tell us a little bit, what is a typical day for these athletes right now, both on the mountain and then here at the Rec Center? What does that look like?
Well, while they're skiers and snowboarders, they're still professional athletes, and they want to live that life just like a professional athlete. So they're usually up by 7 in the morning to eat breakfast. They're doing a warm-up at 8 or 9 in the morning before they go on hill around 9 or 10, and they might ski for 2 hours, they might ski for 6 hours. It depends on the training day. So they're going to be on the hill for maybe 4, 5, 6 hours. They're going to get off the hill, get a recovery snack, get some lunch, and then it's some sort of a dryland session in the afternoon. Like I said, it might be heavy strength once or twice a week. It might be more of a plyometric power session a couple of days out from competition. If they're really banged up, if they're really tired, it might be a good recovery session. They might swim laps in the pool, they might go to yoga, they might just spin on the bike for 30 minutes or stretch out. Whatever they need to do to feel strong and feel fit all season, but also to feel really good on comp day. So for them, it's kind of a balance between dryland training, but also on the snow training.
And you work with just a ton of athletes because you have both the skiers and the snowboarders. And I think right now in town you have a number of World Cup and Olympians.
Yep.
Who's all here right now?
That's a good question. So right now I work with the free ski team, and then we also have snowboard teams in town. That's everything from Josh Christensen and Maddie Bowman and Dave Wise, who all won gold medals in Sochi for free ski with halfpipe and slopestyle. The snowboarders are in town. That's Kelly Clark, that's Chloe Kim, that's Louis Vio, that's Matt Ladley. That's some of the big names that a lot of kids are used to seeing. And even around town there's alpine kids. So you got Beaver Creek nearby, you got Vail nearby, you've got Copper and Aspen nearby. So we have a lot of athletes in the area that are doing a lot of skiing, a lot of snowboarding. And when they're not on the mountain, they're usually either sitting in their condo or they're going bowling or they're hanging out with some friends, because a lot of them are from Colorado. But we're trying to push them to the gym a lot because it's real easy to get tired on the hill and say, oh, I just want to go home and go to sleep or take a nap or watch a movie. But it's really important for them to stay strong for the whole season.
That's super cool. I know I was telling you earlier, I got to meet Chloe Kim and her family last year, and she is such a youngster, but yet so good and an up-and-comer. And I guess I shouldn't say an up-and-comer because she's already arrived. Right. She was, I think, 3rd at the Dew Tour last year. But your athletes are a ton of different ages too. I mean, Chloe's probably one of the youngest. And I don't need to know who's the oldest, but what's it like working with all different athletes, different ages, different lifestyles? You
know, we have a real range of athletes. I think Chloe's 14. We have free skiers who are 15 and 16. We have snowboarders who are 14 and 15. Everything from high school freshmen all the way up to kids who are already pretty much completed a college degree. So anywhere from 14 years old to about 28 or 30 years old. Seasoned veterans that have been around for 10 years, or kids that have just got added to a rookie team and they've only been on the team for maybe 6 months.
And for you as a coach, you know, how do you change things up working with different athletes?
So every athlete really is individual. We have kids that are really strong but not very fit. Kids that are really strong, really fit, they love going to the gym, and they kind of self-manage themselves. Other kids, if they're 14, if they're 15, if they're in high school, a lot of it's educational. They don't understand how to eat a good breakfast. They don't understand how to have a snack on the hill. They don't know what to do after they're done skiing. To them, it's just fun, and that's great. It's a great competitive sport. They have a blast. But we kind of have to show them how to also be professional athletes at the same time. So every program might be different based on injury, based on training history, based on the age of the athlete. Like I said, we have some kids who just love to come to the gym and other kids who would rather just skateboard and mountain bike. So it's kind of directing our message to help the athlete achieve whatever they need to work on.
And do you have any tips for parents? Like, this is a skiing community, and
Right.
you know, all the families and the adults that come to Breckenridge that are our locals, you know, they are sports minded. Like you said, they bike, they ski, they snowboard. But there's a lot of parents whose kids are in the sport, and of course they're hoping someday that maybe their kid will rise to this level. Do you have any tips or suggestions for parents that think their kids might be interested in going to this level?
That's a really good question. One of the first things we run into is encourage your kids to play as many sports as they can. A lot of kids will specialize really early and only start skiing the pipe or only start skiing alpine speed runs. And the kids that do the best in our program and the kids who avoid injury are the kids who played the most sports, the kids who play lacrosse and soccer and mountain bike and skateboard. Colorado's got a great outdoor sports community, and the kids who get out and do everything and play everything usually do a really good job. The kids who focus too early, specialize too early, and really try to be professional when they're 12 years old, it usually doesn't pan out. Sometimes they get hurt, sometimes they get burned out, they kind of lose interest in the sport. So the first thing for most parents is encourage your kids to do everything, play every sport you can think of, make up their own sports, and just have fun. And we're still, I think one of the reasons the US team usually does really well is because we're usually having a lot of fun. I see other countries and they're a little more focused and they're a little more stern and they're a little more concerned about what the judges' scores are. Our kids go out every day and they just have fun and they just ski and they just ride, and for them it's just a blast.
Yeah, over the years, we've enjoyed watching because they do everything. They do work out here, but then they also play volleyball in the court. They play pickup basketball. Sorry. And there's definitely a competitive element about who's getting that shot, but it is so rewarding to see them enjoying each other's company and doing things that are fun, like you said, besides being on the hill or working out.
Yeah. Our snowboard team had a skateboard camp this year in San Diego. We play volleyball, we play basketball. We have a ton of kids who do a lot of mountain biking all summer. They want to do everything they can on the mountain when the winter comes, but they also enjoy every recreation activity you can think of.
So before you run off and start working with your athletes today, you know, for you personally, you know, I know you've been to Breckenridge before, but are you getting a chance to get out in the community, any of the local restaurants, you know, enjoying a little bit of what our community has to offer, or is it all just on the mountain in here?
You know, our days are pretty busy, so a lot of times we're up on the hill early and we don't get off till late, and by 8 o'clock we're pretty tired, but there's been a great community in Breckenridge. A lot of good food, a lot of good places to hang out. The kids go to the movie theaters, the kids go to the bowling alleys. They're serious about their sport on the hill, but then to get off the hill, I've had some amazing food here, so I'm really enjoying my visit.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and thanks for doing this today and bringing your athletes here. I think they help inspire all of us, and we really enjoy having them, so thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much for giving us a great place to train.
I'm here with Ty Walker, one of the many Olympians that we have in town at the moment, training at the Breckenridge Rec Center. Hi, Ty. Welcome.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going good, but tell me about you. I understand you competed at Sochi.
Yeah, I did. It was the first time that my sport was in the Olympics, so that was really exciting to make the team and kind of be a part of that. I went there, I competed, I was 16, so that was pretty special and exciting. It was really cool experience to just be a part of Team USA and see how everything happened. It was awesome, really. It was like a lifelong goal of mine, so to have that actually come true and then to be there was amazing.
At the age of 16?
Yeah.
Like, you probably didn't expect that to happen so quickly.
No. It was definitely something I'd been working towards for a really long time, and I definitely didn't not think I would make it, but at the same time, being so young, anything can happen, and it was pretty exciting.
Well, and here you are the year after the Olympics, and you're still working, and you probably have goals for this season. What are your goals this season?
This season, we kind of go back to a different tour. The normal snowboard events aren't really run by the same, governing body as the Olympic qualifying events. So now we go back to sort of the other tour and reestablish ourselves there. So that's definitely the goal of the season, is to ride in some of the other events, and the Dew Tour, which is in town this week, Grand Prix, the Burton Open events, and just obviously hope to do as well as possible.
Well, and you live here now in the winter, so how cool is it to compete? You've probably made lots of friends, and
Yeah.
And are you still in school, or how does that work?
Yeah, I'm in high school. It's my senior year, so I'm almost done. I do all my school online, so that way I can travel and snowboard and train, but also obviously complete my education and everything. Living in Breck is really cool for the winter. Obviously my school is really flexible, and it allows me to come out here for 6 months and just ride and enjoy the mountain, which has the best facilities. So the jumps, the parks up there are great, and it really makes for a good season.
Well, and hopefully, like I said, you've got some friends and maybe even family that'll be in town, so it's almost like being in front of a hometown crowd when you compete later this week at the Dew Tour.
Absolutely, yeah. It's great coming to Breckenridge, and it's really familiar to me at this point. I've lived out here for like 4 winters, I think, at this point. So it's really cool to come and have your friends come watch, have everybody come together, even from all over the country and the world, that do your event and just spend, the week in Breckenridge.
And what's a typical day for you like now? Like, what time do you get up? What are you doing? Are you on the mountain? You come here? What's it look like?
A normal training day for me, I would wake up around 8 and then have my breakfast, maybe stretch out a little bit, and go up to the mountain, meet my team at 9. And then I usually ride until 1 or 2 o'clock, come down to the gym, work out for a little while, and then I go home and do some schoolwork and make dinner, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you come to the gym, what sort of exercises? I bet there's some that you do because you like to do them, and I bet there's some you do because you have to do them, or it's good for you. So what are those exercises?
I have to do something called a dumbbell snatch, and I really don't like to do them. I don't know why. There's like certain exercises that I just don't look forward to in my workout, and then there's other things like a lot of balance and things that relate more to snowboarding that I get stoked for, and I am like pumped on my improvement. But then there's a lot of like weightlifting stuff that it makes you stronger, and obviously that's really gives you some motivation to do it, but it's not the most fun.
What was speaking of fun, what did you enjoy about the Olympics the most? What was the best part to you?
I think really just being a part of everything, like being a part of Team USA was so cool. I mean, before you go, you kind of just want to compete there because it's the highest level you can achieve in your sport. But then once you're there and you're like really representing the United States, and there's all the different countries, and you just get really stoked to be, a part of that, and being able to represent your country with your friends and really supporting each other and stuff like that. So that was my favorite part.
Well, we were definitely here at home, all watching on TV, and we definitely saw the team members and cheering for you guys. And again, at your events this week, the Dew Tour, and then other things coming up in the future, know that you have a whole bunch of people here cheering for you, because we love seeing you here and seeing you work out.
Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and good luck for a great season. And I know you're getting ready to go back to your workout, and so I hope we didn't interrupt you too much, but good luck, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Here we are back at the Breckenridge Rec Center, and we switched from snowboarding over to skiing, and I'm here with 2 members of the U.S. free skiing team, Brita Sigourney and Maddie Bowman. Welcome.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, we're super excited to have you and your teammates here. And why don't we start off, let me just ask you, what's going on at this point in the season? It's early season. I know you're getting ready for the Dew Tour. What does a typical day look like for you guys right now?
Well, we just moved over here to Breck for the Dew Tour. We had our first day of training, so today basically consisted of being on the mountain almost all day and going home, grabbing some food, and ending up here at Breckenridge Rec to work out a little bit.
And how about you? Same thing or different?
Yeah, we're pretty much on the same program. Maddie and I are both coming back from injuries last season, so the recovery part of our day is really important to us so that we make sure we feel good tomorrow and can train again tomorrow and get more progress under us before we compete.
And when you're here at the Breckenridge Rec Center, right now, what sort of exercises are you doing to stay in shape and to help you on the mountain?
I really like to use a spin bike every day. I think it really helps flush my muscles and just makes my legs feel a lot better after a long day on the hill. We also like to do the pool recovery, just kind of jump around and do some plyos in the pool so it's a little less weight bearing and not as harmful on our legs. And then, of course, we always do the core and the weight strength, and every day is pretty much different. We have to incorporate it all into 1 week so that we stay on top of everything. But, it just depends how you're feeling on that day and what you want to do.
It sounds like you're getting a full workout in every day. Are there some exercises that, you can't wait to do, and then there's others you're probably like, oh, no?
Yeah, I mean, we always like to stretch because that really feels good, and I think kind of our favorite thing is definitely probably being in the pool. Brita used to be a water polo player, so I know that's her favorite thing. She's way better at it than me.
And what would you say at this point? And you've both had really solid careers. For you, you've won an Olympic gold medal, and not very many people are going to get to ever experience that. What was the best part of the Olympics to you, other than the gold medal, maybe?
I think the best part of the Olympics was probably just kind of being there with all my friends, like Brita and my friend Anna. We just kind of had a ball. We would rip around the mountain every day and just, try to get out of it, get as much out of it as we could. So I think just the whole experience is cool, but enjoying it with some of your close friends is even better.
And what about for you? What's been the highlight of your career so far?
Every year has different highlights, I guess. Last year, my highlight was definitely just making it to the Olympics and making it out of the season injury-free, because I have had a lot of seasons where I get hurt. So that's always one of my main goals, is just to make it through the season healthy. And definitely making it to X Games every year is always a huge plus. And just getting to compete at all these high-level events is the best part about our job.
That's great. And while you guys are staying here in Breckenridge, hopefully, besides being on the mountain and being here, you get to enjoy our community some. What's some of the highlights of the community? Is there any place you've gone eating or shopping?
Well, we have eaten at Mikasa. We ate there last night. It's one of our favorite places. We go there every year.
It's good.
And yeah, where else?
We definitely cruise Main Street pretty much every day because we're staying right next to it. So Empire Burger, Park and Main, just the easy restaurants. We like the sushi place on Main Street. I don't know what it's called. Sorry for that. But if our team managers or our moms or parents want to take us out, then of course we'll go out with them. It's always good to get a good meal in before you train hard the next day.
I think we have a lot of folks this time of year that they get cricks in their neck because they come to the rec center and they just walk and they look, they go through the building looking to see who's here. Right now, a couple Olympians. Earlier we had another Olympian. The other teams are here, Team Canada, all sorts of teams. And we're certainly happy to support all your efforts and your training. What would you say your goal for this season is? What would make both of you happy?
I think a goal for this season is just to have fun, especially after such a stressful season last season. And, just kind of enjoying everywhere we're at. And, we definitely appreciate you guys having us here at Breckenridge Rec and all that jazz.
Yeah, I think we're all just really skiing for ourselves this year and doing what we want to do. I know Maddie and I are really excited to head to Europe in March and just cruise around the French Alps and really just have a lot of fun, maybe not in the competition scene, but more free skiing.
I think when I get to have another life, I want to come back and be one of you. I think that's it's a hard job, but I think it's very rewarding. And on behalf of all of us here in Breckenridge, we really wish you good luck for this season, and we'll be cheering for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.